Hi there, I'm Dawn McGee, your neighborhood-friendly realtor here in beautiful Nova Scotia, and I have June's real estate market report for you. Stick around to the end and I will give you what homes are currently selling for in Nova Scotia, and also I will give you my thoughts on what these real estate trends will mean for you. Just wanted to mention that I get my information from our provincial real estate board here in Nova Scotia, and they're a great resource for gathering information for us, and we can drill it right down to how long it took for a property to get an offer. So I also listen to mortgage specialists such as Mark Mitchell, and I listen a lot to Bloomberg News. So now on to the report. For new listings, Nova Scotia saw 1,431 new listings. Now that was down 27% from this time last year and down 8% from the month of May. Now that is pretty typical of the summer months as people get preoccupied with summer vacation and enjoying the summertime months. Now for new listings, since I do central Nova Scotia, I look at Halifax, Dartmouth, Annapolis Valley, and the South Shore. So across the board, the number of new listings were down. And again, this is compared to last month as well as last year. So that means for Nova Scotia, the number of active listings, residential listings, were up to 2,399. That means that we're slightly increasing. That's 2.7% more than this time last year and up 6% from the month of May. So for Halifax, Dartmouth, Annapolis Valley, and the South Shore, the number of active listings are increasing as well across the board. So that means that's going to have an impact on the overall inventory that we have. Now the number of months supply, of course, is increasing because of the number of active listings increasing, and currently Nova Scotia sits at 3 months worth. So technically we're still in a seller's market, but the trend is inching towards a balanced one. For the central Nova Scotia, the month supply is increasing across the board as well. For the number of homes sold for all of Nova Scotia, for the month of June, there was 1,103. Now that is down 13% from this time last year and down just 1% from the month of May. So for Halifax, Dartmouth, they were only up slightly in the number of homes sold with an additional 8 homes sold from the month of May. Now for the rest of Annapolis Valley, South Shore, last month we are down from the number of homes sold, and of course we are definitely down from the number of homes sold last year. So for the Nova Scotia home sold price, and that means the volume of homes sold divided by the number of homes sold. So again, I don't often use the average home sold price because I find the median home sale price is more accurate. But in this month, there wasn't a huge difference. So the average home sale price for the month of June in Nova Scotia was $454,534. That is up 5.9% from last year this time, but it's down just slightly, almost $4,000 from the month of May. Now in the Halifax area, they saw a slight increase to $583,609. That is only up about $5,000 from the month of May, and up just 1.1% from this time last year. Annapolis Home Valley prices are up slightly from this time last year at just 1.1% increase, but close to $38,000 down from home sale prices in the month of May. South Shore home sale prices are up 6.1% from this time last year, but almost down from 6% from the month of May. That's $27,000 decrease from May. I just want to note that median home sale prices are on average about 3% higher than the average home sale prices. So the average list to sale ratio, now that is the number of what it's listed at to what it actually sells for. So for Nova Scotia, we're sitting at about 100%. So when you see a list price, chances are it's going to go for that amount. For Halifax, Dartmouth, Annapolis Valley, and the South Shore, Again, this is all pretty much averaging out to 98 to 100% list to sale ratio. So what you see is pretty much what you're going to get. Unless it's been sitting on the market over 28 days, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed to pay that price. The average home is selling for Nova Scotia in approximately 28 days. Now again, I'm using the average price, so that's includes some of the ones that have been on the market, 30, 60, 90 days, and the average is 28 days. This is of course up from this time last year because they were selling like hotcakes, but it is down a bit from the month of May. So for Halifax, Dartmouth, the number is decreasing to 22 days. For the Annapolis Valley, we're looking at 34 days to get a home sold, and the South Shore is taking 47 days to get a home sold. Now, for current interest rates, I go to a website called WOWA, and this compares a number of different rates from a number of different lending institutions, and it compares them and it also ranks them. So I like to use that site to kind of give me an overall picture of what lending institutions are doing. So for a 5-year fixed mortgage that's with less than 20% down, you're looking at 4.94%. Now for a 5-year variable mortgage with less than 20% down, you're looking at 5.65. Now in my day, when I bought a house, these were normal numbers for us back 15, 20 years ago. So these rates aren't scary to us people in my generation. So so there's still it's still not a crazy amount to be looking at if you're thinking about buying a home. What is the kicker is the home prices themselves. So it's not the interest rates that should scare you, it is the home prices. So how does this impact you? So as far as interest rates, they're not coming down anytime soon. And as far as home prices, they're going to remain high as long as we have the housing shortage that we do. So the government and municipalities are working away at trying to alleviate the housing shortage. So municipality and provincial governments and federal governments, they are offering some incentives to make home ownership easier for people. One thing is there's an incentive to create living space in your existing home, help with renovations if you're bringing in another family member. Another incentive I've seen is friends getting on a mortgage together and buying a house together. And also municipalities, they're becoming a bit more flexible with development and rezoning to encourage housing, building, and incentives that way. That's it for now. Show some love by hitting that thumbs up, ringing that bell to get notifications of new videos, and of course, please subscribe so you can head over to my YouTube channel and see all my content about moving to Nova Scotia, living in Nova Scotia, and of course, the Nova Scotia real estate market. Bye for now. Tougher, and you're really going to have to tighten those purse strings to reach that goal. Working harder. No! Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Pause.